All right, we're going to get started here. Just want to thank you all for joining this evening. My name is Jennifer Bento-Pinion. I'm here at MEFA on the college planning team as program manager for MEFA Pathway. And tonight's session, we are going to go through how students can create goals and strategies in the MEFA Pathway platform. So if you're not familiar with MEFA Pathway, MEFA Pathway is a complete college and career planning platform. It's available free of cost for all students in grades 6 through 12. MEFA Pathway plays a key role in the Commonwealth's efforts around college and career readiness by increasing access to information about higher education and career opportunities for all types of students. So every student's path is different, and MEFA Pathway is not a one-size-fits-all approach to future planning, but rather tailored to meet the needs of our diverse populations. So that said, we are recording tonight's session, and I will be sharing the recording following, probably not until tomorrow morning. So you'll have my contact information. If you have any questions, you can certainly reach out. But we'll be just going through one little piece of the MEFA Pathway platform. So very simple to register a student account. Any student is eligible to register an account, so they just come in and register as a first-time user. So the registration process is very, very simple. And before this session started, we did have a question of if a student is outside of Massachusetts, can they register an account? And the answer is yes. So I'll show you just how that's done. So the student will put their first name, their last name, their date of birth. They do have to follow this format, the city or town that the school is in. So if they are outside of Massachusetts, I'm just scrolling down here to the very bottom, and they just select outside of Mass, and they can select other. So students, again, outside of Massachusetts can register an account for MEFA Pathway. The subsequent pages are the student creating a username, a password. They do have to have an email address in order to create an account. So that's up to the student as to some students use a school email address, some use a personal email address. We never take away a student's account. They can be 25 years old and still log into MEFA Pathway. So a lot of our students choose to use a personal email address because sometimes those, well, most times those school email addresses are taken from the student when they graduate. The student also creates 2 security questions, and that is if they forget their password, they can either reset their password by those security questions or the email address. So I'm going to log into my test account here. And so when your student creates their account, they will obviously create their credentials and get onto this login page here. So put in their username and password and click submit. And I am going to bring you, well, first we'll show you the dashboard. So when the student logs in, based upon the year of graduation that they put in when they registered their account, they will show their grade level up on the top right corner of the screen here. So this is the student's dashboard. And what the dashboard serves as is kind of a landing page for next steps for the student. So when we were developing this website and putting together the pages, it was very important to us for the student to be able to know, without being led by an educator, what their next steps, what to do based upon their year of graduation, what their suggested activities are. So my test account here is that of a 12th grader. So we're encouraging seniors to update their profile, create their resume. And again, these are all features within the site. We'll be going through this goals and strategies page here. But building out and refining their career list, and then a lot of the suggested activities if they're applying to college. So finalizing that college list, managing their applications, applying for scholarships, and then updating their final decisions. Also on this dashboard page, you'll find we have always a featured scholarship. So student can learn more about this featured scholarship. And then we have this great video series that if you click see all videos, there are many, many videos that the students can look. And we actually went through a wonderful series of interviewing students about their journey to college and what made them want to apply to college and the steps that they took. So all of this right on the dashboard. But again, today we are going to look at the goals and strategies page. So the goals and strategies page is located under the Build Career Plan tab. So I just clicked on Build Career Plan, and now I'm going to click on Goals and Strategies. Now I'll just mention that this site is available for students in grades 6 through 12. If a student registers an account as a 6th, 7th, or 8th grader, they will see different activities than that in the high school portal. But the goals and strategies page is the same in the middle school portal as it is in the high school portal. So if your student is in those middle school level grades, if they start building out this goals and strategies page, this will transition with them to high school. So the student has the opportunity on this goals and strategies page to add up to 3 of each of the career, personal, and academic goals, and then match those goals up with strategies. So it's really important for students at a young age to start thinking about goals and thinking about how am I going to meet those goals. So these students are thinking about both short and long-term goals. And this is a great way for students to track and keep track of these goals and update goals. Maybe they're removing goals and adding new goals. And then if you're, we have a number of schools in Massachusetts that we have up to 70, I think we're up to 76 school districts in Massachusetts that utilize MEFA Pathway as their premier college and career planning platform. So if your student is a part of one of those schools, and you can look at the list of schools on the participating schools page, then your educators in that school have, they can see all of the great things that the students working on within the site, building their profile, adding goals and strategies, building up that career list, building up that college list. So I will show you very simply how students come into this page and add goals and strategies. So they just click add a goal. Very simple. They select the type of goal that they would like to add. So in this case, let's add a personal goal. And the system gives prompts here because sometimes a student doesn't really maybe know what a goal may be. So maybe as a personal goal, the student wants to document, let's say this document their post-secondary journey. Typing that in. And what's their expected date? Maybe their date of graduation is for completion. Maybe we're just saying, and I'm just totally going off the cuff here, but maybe that's the expected completion date would be June of 2020. And now the student can add a number of strategies to complete. How are they going to complete that goal? So they want to document their post-secondary journey. Maybe they're keeping a journal. Yeah, just for the sake of showing you how this works. So then they will click save. And it's super important for the student, depending on how quick your Wi-Fi is, making sure that you click that save button and then the student is brought to this page where they can see where that goal has been added. Some students get a little bit impatient and then they go to click add another goal and then the previous goal hasn't saved, so they just need to wait. You see, it doesn't take too long, but so you can see now that the most, let's see, my personal goal here was added. So again, the student can add up to 3 of each of these types of goals, and great conversations to have with your students. Super important for the student to get to this page, frequently and assess their goals and see if they're meeting those goals. And then what they can do is once they've met those goals, they can come in, click edit, and update that they have achieved those goals along with the strategy. So I'm just going to check off the little goal achieved, strategy completed, and then I'm going to click save. So it's very simple, but again, great conversations to start having with your students even at a very, very young age. All right, so that concludes tonight's session. Very quick, one of our little mini webinars. I appreciate your joining here with me tonight. And again, I will send out the recording of this webinar, and you'll have my contact information if you have any questions or any comments. We always welcome any feedback for our great program here. So have a great night. Thanks so much.